up, Spurs fans near and far? With your boy, Deji Spurs. It's Good Friday here in the UK. And I can't lie, it's a good Friday. Because yesterday was a good day. Let the tune drop. Yeah. Saw my club go to Frankfurt. We gave them 1-0 and they got hurt. See them on the floor. We're coming over there because we got the Europe trophy though. Very much in our sights. As we hit the semi-final, you know I'm on my bike. Athletic back. You want this? I'm gonna sing for the throne. Give them thrones and that. Coming over there because the teams are so whack. That's right. I'm taking my bum from my club. That's what we do. It's a good day. Okay. Know this. All right. I can't even lie to you. It's a good day. Big up to everyone locked on Good Friday here in the UK. And for all of those naysayers, everybody thought we were going down last night. They thought we were going to get pammed. No. Big up to everyone in the location. I got my brother Box Office in the building. Yes, my bro. Ibrahim is saying fair play. There was no scumbagging, bro. We had that game under control. That game was very much similar to what the Red Tottenham did against Madrid. No chance. Do you get me? Here to there, subscribe, Box Office, talk to me. Let me know if you want to come through, my bro. Let me know. And then we've got Steve Reynolds in the building. Big up my family. How are you? You told me. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm not going to lie. Before the game, I looked at the lineup and I was unsure because, you know, we should have really got the job done in the first leg. But given the season that Spurs have had, you can't blame me for feeling a little bit anxious. You can't blame me for feeling nervous. But as the game wore on and we got into the game, let me remind everybody we had the lineup of Vicario, Pedro Porro, right back, Udogie, left back, Van der Ven, Romero, midfield three. And I think this might be our strongest midfield three now of Bergvall, Bentancur, Madders. We had tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me if you are good enough for the Prem. Yes, we had Tell on the left. Brendan Johnson, who I don't remember actually seeing during the game, on the right until after the game. And we had Solanke. And it worked a treat. I have to say, I did say during the watch-along that maybe it's right to start Tell because he's from Bayern Munich. He knows he will know Frankfurt better than our players. And what a player. And he had a great shot in the first half that was saved by the goalkeeper, who I thought was very suspicious, by the way. That goalkeeper, and Tottenham could easily have had 2 penalties. But we dominated. There was a chance early on where the striker was through on goal. But Van der Ven proved what we've been missing all season. World-class defender. Red Tottenham will take him in a heartbeat. Man City will take him in a heartbeat. What a player. Came in, sliding tackle. And then after that, really, it wasn't much chances until the second half. And then what was the goalkeeper doing? Clatters into Maddison. Why did that need to go to VAR? Didn't need to go to VAR. He touched the ball first and you clattered him. It's a pen. Do you know what I mean? He headed the ball. And then Solanke doesn't get much chances, doesn't score many goals, but he was as cool as ice. No, he didn't sacrifice. He was as cool as ice as he dispatched that goal. And that was it. That's all we needed. We didn't need to go and score 4-5. We needed to get 1 goal, win in normal time, and get the hell out of there. And that's what we did. Second half, it was kind of even Stevens. Do you know what I mean? But what are the positives that I can take from the game? First and foremost, the return of domination in the location. Domination in the location returned. Do you know what I mean? Like the Jedi Knight. Jedi returns. Thank goodness. I have not seen domination in the location since bloody Newcastle. We brought it back on yesterday's game. Udogie, whatever cloud of dust, whatever chalk that minty breath must have breathed into his life, I can tell you that it's gone because that was a vintage Masterclass from Udogie. I still say Jed Spence deserves a start in this team. Don't get it twisted. I'm not fully shaking my bum. Jed Spence deserves a start ahead of one of these brothers. But Udogie was bad, man. I mean, people were asking me unfairly, because you know what the Red Tottenham fans like to do. They like to ask silly questions when they know that it's not good. Asking unfair questions like, who's better, Udogie or Miles Lewis? And I said, you know what? Udogie's had an off season. Chat to be about Miles Lewis next season, because he might just be having a breakout season. Is he consistent? Will he be able to continue how he has started? But if Udogie keeps performing the way that he performed yesterday, then there's no doubt in my mind that this is there. Oh my gosh. Van de Ven, Romero. That's what I expect from Romero. The thing with him is he picks and chooses when he wants to play. He picks and chooses. Romero yesterday was a general. Do you know what I mean? This brother was moving like a gladiator. He was moving like Maxis Aurelius. No chance is what you get. No chance is what you're going to need. And that's what I want to see from my captain. That's what I want to see from someone who's meant to be part of the senior leadership team. However, when he doesn't turn up against Wolves and Leicester's and Newcastle's, then you make yourself suspicious. Do you get what I'm saying? But Romero, give credit to where credit is due. Bergvall. Questions were asked. I asked questions. Why are we relying on an 18-year-old? I'm not going to lie. Why? We should have better players. But Lucas Bergvall, put some respect on this kid's name. What a player. We should not be starting games without Lucas Bergvall in that starting 11. That youth has come through the depths of darkness and he's made his way to a mainstay. Lucas Bergvall has to play for Spurs. If fit, he must play, just like Jed Spence, in my opinion, just like Van de Ven. Big up to him. Obviously, big up to my keeper, Vicario. He pulled off 2 massive saves in that second half. Do you know what I'm saying? And we needed him. We needed every player. Every player played out of their socks. I liked what I saw of Tell. Didn't give us a crazy game, but he gave us a decent game. At least he was not hiding. As for Brennan Johnson, lad fire. I don't know what he was doing. I did not see Brennan yesterday on the pitch. I know that he got into a little bit of argy-bargy on the side, but I did not see this brother at all. And Solanke, you know what you're going to get with Solanke. And can I say, big up Ange Postecoglou. Now, someone said in the chat, Dej, you've changed your tune. No, I'm not. I haven't changed my tune. But what it is, I think it's very important to give energy. You see me, I'm about giving energy when you deserve it, and I'm about giving energy when you don't deserve it. Does Postecoglou deserve big praise for yesterday's performance? Yes, he does. Clap for this brother. You got to understand, this brother, that result is better than the United result. So don't get it twisted. Yes, it might not have had 9 goals. Yes, it might not have been, we came from 3 goals down and we scummed the win. No, that performance was better. Do you know the pressure that Postecoglou must have been under? He was walking dead. He was literally judgment day. Lose this and I'm done. Lose this and I'm out the door. Lose this and I'm a fraudster. Do you know what I'm saying? Lose this and I leave the Prem looking like a clown. That's what Postecoglou had before him. Do you get me? And the media didn't make it easy. These brothers were cussing him, saying, you know, even if you win the Europa League, you're out, blah, blah, blah. Will the players turn up for you? Rare. So already there's so much negative energy around the club, especially when we lost to Wolves as well on the weekend. To turn up and to stay headstrong and to put on that performance and to get the players' mind right, to get them fully focused. When you're in the mud, the hardest thing is to get focus. The hardest thing is to get belief that you can do it when you're in the mud. But yesterday, I did not see any remnants of a team that was lacking in confidence. I didn't see a team that had lost 17 games in the Prem. I saw a team that wanted to win the Europa League for themselves and for my club and for the fan base. And for that reason, for setting them up right, for getting their mind right, me have to big the brother up. I have to big you up, Ange Postecoglou. For me, Tottenham can win the Europa League. There's so many things. So many things. Right now, a lot going on. But let me get into the chat. Big up Sean in the building. And he says, hello from Mount Postecoglou. The view is clear. Have your first choice defender for the first time in months. And we win. Yes, bro. Like, honestly, Van der Ven makes such a difference. Blimey. Honestly, I know he kept banging on about our first team. But truly, it is our first team. And I think something that Postecoglou needs to think about is this team, yes, it's great that when our first team is there, we can do something. But the truth of the matter is, in the last 2 seasons, our first team is hardly there. So we need to build a big enough squad so that when the guys get injured, because that's what will happen, eventually at some point, they will get injured. We need to have the right cover in the location to do the domination. Yes. Spurs, Frankfurt was a good watch. Credit to your club. But as for Leon, yeah, Leon flopped it. You can't be 4-2 up, go gun-ho and lose 5-4 with 6 minutes remaining. Rubbish. Rubbish from Leon. But dare I say, Leon looked like a good team. Like, you know what? I don't want to get too far ahead, but I don't want to be playing these brothers in the final. But it's cool, you know what I'm saying? But Ibrahim says, yeah, look, I take Van der Ven in a heartbeat. He's unbelievable. Yeah, no, he really is. And at your club, you ain't got nothing like him. So hold that. And then you get Bodø Glimt next round. Everything is... Bro, you know what? I don't want to shake my bum too hard just yet. Because I'm not going to lie to you. I was not looking forward to playing... is Lazio's nickname the Azzurri? I wasn't looking forward to possibly playing Lazio. But the fact that we're playing Bodø, who has a stadium of about 8,000 people, in Norway, I'm not going to lie. Like, I think they're going to be marauded by the fact that they're going to come to my club and it's going to be a full house of 62,500 people shouting at their face pieces. You know what I mean? These brothers want to be at my club next season. So if I was them, I will lay down, let Tottenham bag them up, and so we get to the final. Goldfather says, anyhow, good luck, Dej, for the semis. Get the job done. That's what I want, bro. I want to get the job done. You know, like I was saying it yesterday for the Red Tottenham fans. If it's good enough for you, it's good enough for me. You men are in the last 4. I'm in the last 4. Respect it. You're in Europe. I'm in Europe. You're in the semi. I'm in the semi. Are you spicy? Yes, you are. That's right, baby. You get me? Respect. List of Tottenham managers to reach the semi-final of a European competition with the club. Nichols, Keith, Birkinshaw, Poch, and Ange. Respect that. He is in illustrious company. Respect it. You know what? If he goes on to a final, regardless of the season, you have to respect him. You have to respect him. I'm still mad. And I think, you know what? Listening to Amarin after the game, if you listen to Amarin during the United game, he got my sentiments completely. And to be honest, if I heard a little bit of that from Ange, maybe I wouldn't have beefed him the way. There's something about being humble. Amarin's just won 5-4. What an epic game. And he's literally saying that, you know what? Because of our league position, like, you can't say we're legit because in the league we've been poor. Do you get what I'm saying? So I take it, but there's work to do. And I think that's what it is with my club. We will take this Europa League with a heartbeat, no doubt. But I don't think any Spurs fan, we're not fooled. We have got work to do. This summer, you get me? We got to get things right. We got to build a better squad. But I have to say, we need to get wingers. We need to find a system that works for Solanke. We need to bring in another striker. Things. But Danzo, I criticized Ange. I've been a big critic in recent months, and only because I was proved right. What do you mean, Dad, you were proved right? Well, I was proved right by the fact that I said at the rate that we play football, we could lose 18, 19 games this season. And I coined that right after the Brighton game, round about the Crystal Palace game. I came up with that statement. Today, we have 17 defeats. But what I will say is that Postecoglou is listening. Yesterday, I saw everything that Spurs fans, especially the ones who've been criticizing Postecoglou, I saw everything yesterday in what they wanted this brother to do. We saw, first and foremost, domination in the location. You know what? For any Spurs fan who's in the chat that wants to join, let me send you an invite. Talk to me. I'm doing a show literally in an hour. No, not less than an hour, at 11:30 with Northside on this channel. That's going to be a slightly different angle. But if there's any Spurs people in the chat, if there's any of my family, do you get me, my brothers that want to talk to me about yesterday's game, feel free to jump on board before that. But I am doing Step to the Mic later this afternoon. Yeah, man, I'm streaming the whole day. I'm such in a good mood that I'm even ready to bury the beef with the Red Tottenham fans. Yes, I said it yesterday. I'm ready to bury the beef. I'm ready to show a different side to yours truly. I'm not even going to lie. Although, if it flops, someone's holding a lot of smoke from me. Alexandroni says, are you ready for the 4G pitch, Arctic Circle, second? Yeah, bro, why not? Why not? For me, to be honest, I'm not. Because the last time we played on a bloody 4G pitch was against Tamworth, and it was one of the dustiest performances I've ever seen in my life. Postecoglou will say he didn't have his full team there. One thing I can tell you now, bro, is that everybody is back. If everybody is back, it's long. But forget their pitch, bro. Thank goodness the semi-finals 2 legs. Whatever happens, I don't mind drawing at their gaff. But when they come to my gaff, they're getting whacked up. Know that. They're getting whacked up. Manzi, what are you telling me? All I say is United's name. Bruv, it's not you, man. The fact that you, man, had to get a dodgy penalty, that Casemiro was not a penalty. Let's be real, shameless brother. And then them guys were down to 10 men. That weren't a red card. How is that a red card? And then you want to come on here, Munzi, shaking your bum. Shame on you, bro. You've got nothing to shake your... United fans should be breathing a sigh of relief. You should not be speaking and you should not be talking about your name being on any trophy. One of the dustiest teams I've ever seen. One of the jammiest teams. What a red card. Didn't deserve it. If Leon had their full players, you would have got whacked up. You wouldn't be here today, bro. Know that. Mustafa says, hopefully Piccadilly can get easy Spurs in the final, Jedge. Bro, they got to get past Athletic Bilbao and Nico Williams, bro. Do you know what I mean? But I would love to get to the final. Bro, do you know what? Whatever, win, lose or draw, if we get to the final, it's an impressive feat. I don't know how people like to poo-poo finals. But get into a major final. Let's be real. The Europa League is the third biggest club trophy you can win, in my opinion. And I personally, there's a couple of things that I want to chat about. But big up to everyone in the location. We got JJD said, I actually think Bodø Glimt has a better squad than Spurs. And I say you're smoking Budgie Banton on a Good Friday, JJD. I'm not even going to take that seriously. You're there trolling in the chat. Mustafa says, Striker, don't disrespect. I'm not disrespecting them, bro. Oh yeah, Striker, he's saying don't. I'm not disrespecting Bodø. I respect them. I'm just saying, come to my yard. They've got 8,000 people, bro. There's 40,000 people in the whole area. There's more Spurs fans than there is people in Bodø. Don't get it twisted, bro. I'm not disrespecting them. I'm just saying, when they come to my yard and they see the money and they see the yachts and they see the Formula One and they see Beyonce's picture on the wall, they're going to be looking for autographs rather than playing ball. That's what I'm saying, bro. Have some respect. Hold the levels. Hold that. Big up there. It looks like Arsenal, United, and Tottenham have good vibes. The only vibe I can carry is my club, brother, is Real Madrid kryptonite. And I can say that with... Yeah, bro, you are. Madrid just... When it comes to Arsenal, they just don't have a clue, bro. But what I'm saying, bro, Highbury, local Badger, is it? I've been saying it all season, and I'm going to continue to say it. You man are just the spicy Spurs, you know. And I think this week is confirmation in the location that you man are just spicy. Do you know what I mean? You did your job, we did our job. They wore white. Bloody hell, Frankfurt wore white yesterday. It is what it is, baby. Do you know what I mean? It's good for you. It's good for me. Do you know what I mean? Hayes is saying, good morning, Dej. Will Arsenal win the Champions League? Bro, like, legitly, and I'm going to have this conversation in the location with Northside in about half hour. I think you're the weakest link in the last four. Real talk. But being the weakest link doesn't mean that you won't win it. Now, what I'm saying is I'm ready to bury the beef. Yep, it's a shameless thing to say, bro, but I'm shameless. I'm saying, Red Tottenham, go and do your thing, win the champs. Spurs, win the Europa. If Tottenham gets out of the Europa, then I want you, man, to get out. Simple. But right now, I think we could make this a London thing. Like, let London do the domination in the location. I can work with that. So the answer is yes. But if you're going to win the Champions League, then Tottenham must win the Europa League. Then then my narrative about your club remains the same. Really and truly, you're just a spicy Spurs. And I'm quite happy with that narrative. However, if Tottenham does not win the Europa, then, bro, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. You cannot win the Champions League, in my opinion. You know, man, them saying I should get the stunner shades on. I will find my stunner shades. I'll get that for the next show, actually. I'll get that for the show with Northside. But big up to my brother in the location. Craze says, would you take Spurs win the Europa League and Arsenal win the Champions League, or both go trophyless? I'd rather both win. I just answered that question. Let both win, bro. Let bygones be bygones. Let's put the beef aside and we both just make it a London thing. Yeah, North London forever. I'm done with all these men. You get me? I'm done with these brothers. I'm done with Manchester dominating the trophies. Let London dominate for once. Let North London dominate for once. I'm ready to bury the beef for one time and one time only. For the next couple of weeks, I say, Arsenal, do your thing. Tottenham, do your thing. Do you get me? Bury it. Striker says, they're in the Champions League. You're in the Europa League. What are you doing there? What do you mean, what am I doing, bro? I just explained. They do their thing. We do ours. Piccadilly making it into the Europa League would be crimes against. Yeah, Champions League would be crimes against humanity. The sport don't need that type of that. Yeah, I mean, let's be real. It's dusty. It's really dusty. I think Arsenal are the weakest link in the last four. Is Arsenal better than Barcelona? No. Is Arsenal going to break down that Inter Milan team? No. And PSG right now, when I look at it, it's looking mad. It's looking very, very interesting. I think Martinelli's not getting past the Hakimi. Stop that. And Saka against Mendes is going to be an interesting battle. Yeah, their centre-back pairing is just as good as the centre-back pairing that you're offering, because it's literally Saliba and Kivio. And Arsenal fans are shaking their bum for Kivio, but Kivio's got a bozo gene in him, as my good friend Artillero will say. And the midfield is as good as each other. What are you chatting about? And their front three is dangerous. Desiree Doué, Kvaratskhelia, and Dembele. Shut your mouth. Come on, bro. Like, break it down. Don't just talk in the chat. Break it down. Break down the team, bro. That team is scary. Channel 1 said, did Spurs do their job? You man needed a whole penalty and in. Bro, we did our job. I don't care if it's a penalty or not. You man had a penalty and you missed. What was your star boy thinking? Yeah, you had a penalty and you flopped it. You flopped your lines, bro. We took our penalty. We did our job, bro. I've been asking my manager, I don't mind stinking out the place. I don't mind farting and apologizing. I don't mind. Stink out the place, get the win. You man are professionals at doing that, the Red Tottenham fans. Don't tell me. We did domination in the location. We got the goal and we stunk out the place. It's called game management. That's what you man have been asking. We've been saying that Postecoglou doesn't manage game. There's no plan B. Well, there was plan B. There was plan B, C, and D yesterday. Imagine the brother went to a back five. Hold that. He went to a back five. He was ready to stink the place right out. And I was like, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Toki, thank you for congratulating me. He says, congratulations, mate. Genuinely, I've been buzzing all week, bro. And I'm glad you have that thing. Bruv, I'm here. Streaming all day. I love it. I love this game. I love it. Do you get me? I've not celebrated enough this year. Do you get me? It's not many times man has been able to have a little bit of chest, a little bit of an enjoyment. So I'm going to enjoy it today on this good day with the sun out. Do you get me? PSG going to slap out Arsenal. I don't know. But I just think Arsenal the weakest link. Also because they keep telling me that Arsenal batted up PSG at the beginning. That was at the beginning. Things have clicked now. Things have clicked. This is a different PSG team, bro. This is a different kettle of fish. And I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, bro. Artillero says, well, the spicy Crystal Palace is you're just chatting rubbish, bro. Spicy means you just are the more, you know, you look better than us. You look better than us. Maybe you do things better than Spurs, but deep down, underneath that spice, underneath that ginger, do you know what I mean? Underneath that seasonal, underneath that Maggie cube, you're just Tottenham. And that's real, bro. And that's the conversation that I'm going to be having with my brother Northside in a bit. Air to this has agreed a North London Derby Super Cup to start next season would be the... Bro, I would love it, bro. Why not? Why not? In fact, that's the narrative I'm running. Super Cup between Tottenham and Arsenal. Let's go. I don't give a damn if that game is in Azerbaijan. I don't care if it's in Rio de Janeiro, wherever it is. Let's go. I think it might even be in Japan. I think Sean was saying. Where is the Super Cup final being played? Does anyone know? Because I would love for Spurs and Arsenal to be the two teams representing the Premier League. Remember, I've been telling you that the Premier League is the best league in world football, and this season has proved. I think the Premier League has been crap domestically. It's been rubbish. It's been rubbish. Let's be real, but it's still the best league in the world. And I think this season in Europe, we are showing that even if you're dusty, you are still better than most of these European teams. Dead all bands aside, do you give a new respect for Saka, new come and just the bit, bro? I wanted to do a whole show on Saka, and I might do one later, bro. Real talk, I've got no slander for the youth. He is a bad man. Partly because he came back from a major injury 2 weeks ago, and he's sourcing. They could not stop him. So, bro, Saka is legit. I can't lie to you. Saka is 100% legit. And so, yeah, I've got no slander for the kid, man. He's a good player. Yes, Donna Cullen, I will be doing Step to the Mic later on, probably this afternoon. I will confirm, likely to be about 3 o'clock, maybe UK time. But big up to everyone. Look, man, I think Tottenham did a tremendous job. I think a lot of people, it's in Warsaw. The Super Cup's in Warsaw. Yeah, I'm over there. I was in Poznan literally last year in Poland. Bruv, Medea. I don't give a damn where it is. I don't care. It could be in Zanzibar. It could be in the Maldives. Catch me at the airport. Do you get me? Catch me at the airport. Is Declan Rice world class? Like, you can't... Is Jed Spence world class? And what I mean by that is you can't judge Declan on 2 performances. He's put in 2 world-class performances, but I wouldn't say he's world-class. For him to be world-class, he has to play like this week in, week out. And dare I say, he's been worse this season than last season. Barring these 2 games against Madrid, I would say Declan's played better for Arsenal last season than this season. And I need the Red Tottenham fans to confirm whether that's true or false. Here to there probably been the realest out of you, man. Has Declan Rice played better this season for Arsenal than last season? I would say he played better last season. Therefore, he has not been consistent enough to be considered world class. Toki said they tried saying Palmer is better than us. Nah, they're chatting rubbish. I knew it. First of all, they needed Pochettino. Second of all, he was cold. When he's cold and he's naked, he was there. I knew it, bro. Sometimes that's why we can't talk too much on your star boy Lewis Kelly. You can come into the Prem strong because you're an unknown quantity, and you can have a good season. Your doggy came in, he was unknown, had a great season last season. Don't lie to yourself. Your boy's come into the scene. He's an unknown quantity. He looks the part. Then next season, all of a sudden, he's getting flip-flopped. All of a sudden, your star boy ain't so starish. So I would say corner dog, and Cole Palmer is the proof. Everybody was saying it was the best thing since sliced bread. He's got to be the main man for England. Right now, Maddison starts ahead of Cole Palmer right now for England. Me, I'm saying that. Maddison starts ahead of Cole Palmer. If Cole Palmer is in the England squad next round, it's crap. Do you get me? Jay Greens, you know, you're a hater, bro, and woe onto your team, bro. You're a hater. Do you get me? Keep hating on my club. I think Bodø Glimt will turn into the nation of domination against your club. Bro, I can say the same about PSG, bro. I can say the same about them, about your club, bro. The Super Cup should be in Primrose Hill. Why not, bro? You know where the Super Cup should be? It should, yeah, in Primrose, or really, if you really want to be at neutral territory, it should be played in Wood Green. Hey, you get me? The Super Cup should be played in Wood Green. That is in the middle of Highbury and my club. Show that respect. Know that. Hold that. Do you get me? Primrose. Deckham goals will be remembered for decades. Big up, Nick, my bro. Big up to you. Welling, bro. You live for another. But, bro, I'm here for it. I'm here. That's why I'm shaking my bum violently for my club. Do you get me? Why when you clearly don't watch him, mate. Oh, Artillero. Who? He's not had a better season this season than last season. Stop lying, bro. You're just on that high from Madrid, man. He's been average. Stop this. Stop lying. That's why I need to hear from here to there. Here to there, say, tell me what I want. Declan toughed it out, play half the season with a broken toe and same other issues post Euros. Ben, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Declan ain't been himself about he's been better. Come on, man. Rashad Ra Wabera says he reckons it's going to be an all English final. I won't lie to you though. I won't lie, and I'm going to be honest. I don't know. Jay Greens has been feeding this into me the whole season that football was a humbler, and I'm not going to lie. Yesterday, I was on the Walking Dead. I thought it was death row. I thought it was end of the road for my club. The fact that we have lived to fight another day, I'm really on this humble thing for the next couple of weeks. I do not want to play Piccadilly in the final. Let me just call it out. I would rather play Athletic Bilbao. I pray that Athletic Bilbao bads these brothers up. I was wishing bad on Piccadilly yesterday. Why? Because it would be the most shameful thing to play this dusty United team, having one of the most dustiest seasons of their life, and in the final of the Europa League, a trophy that Tottenham could genuinely win. The team that we've batted up 3 times in the league, and then they stink out a win against my club when it mattered most. Bro, I don't know if I could live with that. I really don't know if I could take that. And for that reason, I do not want to play Piccadilly potentially in the final. And I say potentially because I'm not guaranteeing that Tottenham's going to beat this Bodo team. Right now, man is just respecting all the teams in it. If you're in the last 4, you deserve to be in the last 4, in my opinion. It means you've got something about you. Whether you like it or not, whatever you're doing domestically, don't matter. It means you've got something about you and we have to respect it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm respecting it right now. Toki says, yeah, he's been underwhelming this season, to be honest. But you agree, Deji, when I need your players to step up, it's good when they do. As for Odegaard, I want him. So, yeah, bro, thank you for confirming, because man's going to try and make me look like a madman. Deji makes a great point, and it's about winning trophies. If you are at a loss because you want to be remembered, so, bro, if this Arteta who I don't rate or want him to win, I want him out my club. Yeah, bro, you want it, but if Arteta wins the Champions League, you have to respect him, bro. He doesn't lose his job. The Super Cup is in Udinese. It's in Udine in Italy, 30th of August. It's not. Yeah, bro. Thank you, Neil Baker, for confirming. See you over there. See you in Italy, mate. And on August the 13th, the weather's gonna be nice. You get me? It's gonna be full on summer. I will be over there. If Tottenham make it, I will be there, ticket or without ticket. Know that. Do you get what I'm saying? So big up to everyone in the location. Make sure you smash a like. Deji Junior on the mic. I'm on it, man. I'm on it today. I'm on it. I just walked past the Europa League trophy at Deji Spurs as the blue and white ribbons on it, and it's already had Tottenham engraved. Come on! Come on, man. Let's go. I mean, that trophy, I'm telling you, this season for my club, that trophy, that Europa League trophy, and This is how I know if you, man, have a brain as well. And I don't mean it in a disrespectful way. But I'm going to let you know into a secret. I think the Europa League for Spurs this season is worth 2 trophies. And I want to know who gets what I mean by that. The Europa League for Spurs is worth 2 trophies this season. Yes, it gives you Champions League football. Yes, it gets that monkey off the back, you know, off the Spurs back. It does so much. It's not just a trophy. It's not a Carabao. It's not an FA. It's Champions League and respect at the same time. Hold that. You cannot run joke on Tottenham if they win the Europa League. You cannot. There is no joke that you can say, have you won a trophy? Yes, we have. Have you won something of substance? Yes, we have. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I mean by weight. That's why I said to you, look, when I was talking about domination in the location, when I was telling you about the Carabao, when I was telling you about the FA, bun them. You can go straight to the top, baby. Yeah. And build from a high vantage point. That's what I was talking about. Do you get what I'm saying? Deji, they are above you, bro. Who's above me? Who's above me? What, United? Bro, come relax yourself, bro. So would you say that we deserve to be in the final four? Yeah, bro. Of course you do. Bro, the way you panned Real Madrid, it was 5-1, bro. You panned them. You deserve to be in the semis. No one can take that from you. I'm not saying that the Red Tottenham don't deserve to be in the semis. You do. I'm just saying in the semis, based on what I've seen so far, you look like the weakest link, but I could be wrong. That's just my personal opinion. You could go on to win it. And then I am going a step further. I'm saying, you know what? Let's bury the beef. Let's bury the beef between our clubs. You win your trophy, win it, we win ours. You get what I'm saying? Let's make this North London domination. Why not? And if you can't see the bigger picture as a Red Tottenham fan, then you don't deserve to win the thing. If you can't put your beef with my club, I'm ready to put the beef aside. I reckon most Tottenham fans will say, you know what? I don't give a damn if Arsenal wins the champs as long as Spurs win Europa. I think we would say that. Real talk, respect. What wouldn't go down well, and I'm just being real, what wouldn't go down well is if Arsenal win champs and Spurs wins the and Spurs don't win. And I'm guessing for you, man, as well. If Tottenham win and you don't win, it's not going to go down well. So why wish bad on the other when we can both do the thing and slug it out on the 13th of August in Udine? Let's go. Let's go. I'll meet you over there. Do you know what I mean? Let's go. Imagine. Tottenham fan, you know what, though? The only problem with this is, boy, it's long. There'll be a lot of beef out there in Udine, but they better barricade them shops, I swear down. There'll be bare ruckus out there, but hopefully they won't be. But there'll be ruckus. Let's be real. Let's be real. Udine is going to be turned into something else with those two clubs. Don't do that, bro. The math's not mathing. What's not mathing, bro? What's not math? Then if Arsenal win the Champions League, it's 2. No, bro, it is definitely worth 2 trophies if that's what you're saying. How is it worth 2 for Arsenal, Jay Greens? How is the Champions League worth 2 prems? Explain. I've explained why it's worth 2 trophies for Tottenham. I didn't say that the Europa League is worth 2 trophies. I said it's worth 2 trophies for Spurs because of what it does. Explain to me how winning the champs is 2 trophies for your club. Because again, I think some of you already, you man, I've realized that a lot of people have been on the Budgie Banton from early. Bodø Glimt, what? Will be pretty hard to be honest, but we'll go through. Bro, I know they're tough, bro. Respect it. Samu says North London Arsenal are from Woolwich. Bro, I know, bro. Like, you know, do you know what it is? We know, you know, but for the sake of winning the trophy, I'm prepared to even bypass that. I swear down. Like, I don't know. I'm so gassed by this win that I'm not even ready to. I'm not in the fighting mood. Johnny Gooner says, General Dead, you calling for. Bro, I'm calling for a temporary truce, bro. It's temporary. It's till May. bruv, after that, the beef is back. The heat is yeah, but bro, for the sake of winning, I'm ready to have a truce. And I want to know if other Tottenham fans are with me on this. I don't care. I don't care. And wouldn't it be good to start the season potentially with another major trophy in the Super Cup? Hold that, bro. Got to win it. Got to be involved. Deji, big up there's Europa League like the Aldi Cup now because there's no Champions League dropout. Nah, Vindaloo, you're chatting rubbish, bro. You're chatting rubbish. Chatting hella budgie banting. First and foremost, you should not be dropping from one competition into the next. That's like getting knocked out of the FA Cup and going straight into the Carabao. Hush your gums. That's a nonsense. It's been a nonsense, bro. We don't need those teams getting a second chance. You know what I mean? You take your chance, and if you're not about that life, get out of my face. That's what it should be. Why are they getting second chances for? Why? And Johnny Guna says, one trophy is one trophy in the location. TikTok says, Deji, we have the best league in the world. Look at us 3 teams. And it said, bro, that's what bro, thank you. And you know you've been with me from day. Yeah, if you've been with me, I've been saying it. People have been trying to tell me about La Liga. People have been trying to tell me about the Eredivisie. I'm not having it. Rubbish leagues. Do you get me? I've been saying it from last year that them leagues cannot come near our league, the Premier League. And for me, I think we should be proud of the Premier League. 3 English teams in the semi-final of a major competition. Respect it. Do you get me? And hopefully, it could be full domination in the location where English team wins champs, English team wins Europa, English team wins the other idiot thing. But even better, it could be a London domination. Hold that. It could be spicy, medium, and bland. You know, like that. It could be spicy, medium, and bland in terms of their level of spice in London. Big up to everyone that's locked in. And Tottenham, Middlesex's finest. TikTok short says, ceasefire, bro, for both of us to progress. We need to share. Bro, honestly, I'm glad people are seeing Wagwan. Bro, you know what it is, bro? When you've been in the mud like I have, and I've been in the mud the whole season, why would you try to bring out negative vibes? I cannot talk from my vantage point. I cannot talk. I have to be real. Like, people say, Dad, you're delusional. No, I go with my belief. Did I believe Tottenham was going to beat Frankfurt yesterday? No, I didn't. So because we've beaten them, I'm grateful. What you're seeing is a grateful Deji Spurs. I swear down. I am grateful for the win. And I'm so grateful that I'm ready to bury the beef to follow the thing through. Pause. Ready. Do you get what I'm saying? Ready to follow the thing through. Do you get me? So let's go. So yeah, it's been big. It's been big. Chelsea as well. Yeah, I mean, it could be a London thing. Do you get me? Spicy, medium, and and bland. It's not even rare. It's bland. Do you get me? It's bland. Let's not even talk about that idiot trophy. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Leave Dej alone. Look at his little face. He's all excited. Bless him. Bro, I don't give a damn. I'm in both. You know what it is? Let me just call it out. Oh, Coco, you're just a shameless brother. Like, that is a shameless comment. Is the Europa bigger than the Carabao? Are you smoking Budgie Banton? The Europa League is the next best trophy you can win after the champs or the Prem. Let's be real. Don't lie to yourself, bro. Don't lie to yourself. Udogi's performance yesterday was, bro, Udogi's performance was what we've been wanting all season. Where has that been? For me, I think that Udogi got hit with a little bit of Space Jam. Real talk. His talent went into space. And we had to get some G.I. Joes to go back and get it. Now, he looks back. You get me? I'm telling you right now, Udogi should be the best left back in the league come next season or the season after. Don't tell me about Miles Lewis. He's not got nothing on Udogi. However, I'm not going to lie. Udogie's been rubbish, but he looks back. Now that he's white, yeah, bro. Now that minty breath, you know, that stench. Because what it was, bro, when someone breathes dragon breath on you, it's hard to get rid of. You know, sometimes you can remember it. Now that stench has gone, let the brother move forward and fly. Ben Davis says the Prem is first. It has to be. You know me, bro. I've been repping Prem from day. I don't take any slander of the Prem. I big up the Prem every time. Respect it. Best league in the world. And then Jay Green's FA Cup is harder to win than the Europa. Stop this. Oh, bro. Like, Jay Green, you're a clown. You're really a clown. You're really a clown. That means the FA Cup is harder to win than the Champions League, bro. Like, respect it, bro. Like, you're chatting rubbish. The Europa League is the third toughest competition in world football. If you win the FA Cup, does it give you a qualification to the biggest competition in world football? No, it doesn't, because it's not that great. Hold that. Do you get what I'm saying? Ange outers in the mud. He says you in the mud, mate. How am I in the mud? In the mud about what? Ange outers in the mud? How? Bro, we still had a crap season. What's wrong with you, bro? Have some standards. Just because the Europa were doing well in the Europa and we got to the semi-finals does not negate the fact that we have been one of the most disgraceful teams I've ever seen in my life in the Prem. Have some standards. You're somebody that would win the Europa League and be happy for Spurs to get relegated. Yeah, I said it. Do you know what I mean? You're one of them brothers. You're one of them brothers. Tobe, I need the link, please. I need the link, Tobe. Yes, big up to everyone in the location. People, make sure you smash the like. I will be literally doing a show straight after this with Northside. Do you know what I mean? And it's called It's a London Thing. You get me? Respect it. 18 losses incoming. Don't forget. Don't matter, bro. I don't care if Tottenham lose the rest of the games this season. We're not going down. But we must win the Europa League. That's the key. If you're going to do this gamble, because really what Tottenham are doing is reminiscent to what my man was doing. You remember Mourinho when he won the Europa League with United? He really gambled. He really, really gambled. It's a big gamble. If the gamble pays off, he's a legend. If the gamble flops, he's a disgrace. So that brother there that says Ange out haters or whatever, you just need the gamble to pay off, bro. Then you can talk. If the gamble ain't paid off yet, so hush your gums. I'm saying I'm here for a little longer and notice he still had a dig at Spurs fans as he's a shameless guy. He's a shameless guy, bro. He can't be having a dig at us, bro. That's like Keir Starmer or whoever's in charge of the Conservatives getting angry when we're cussing them for smashing the economy. Shut your mouth. You're in a position of power and you flop. Hold that. Yeah? Ange knows there is no look. Even the Tottenham fans that are backing Ange cannot say, even if you've got this blind faith in Ange, and I'm not saying you shouldn't have blind faith in him, 17 defeats for a club like Spurs is a disgrace. There is no positive thing that you can say. You can't say it's part of the process. You can't say, don't worry. You can't shut your mouth. It's crap. At most, Spurs should be losing 9-10 games maximum. 9-10 games in a rebuild. 17 is a disgrace. So don't chat rubbish to me. Don't get me mad. Let's know that it's so Spursy to get 20 defeats in the Prem and win the Europa. It is, and I'll take that. It is, and I'll take it. I'm shameless. I will take it all day long. Some bro, I take a bench. Everyone will still finish second, bro. Everything on PSG. I'm not thinking about the final. Just take it. Yeah, bro. Same here. I'm respecting Bodø. People are telling me he's got 8,000 people in the stadium. Blah blah blah. I'm respecting them all day long. If we get relegated and win the Europa, I still think it's a good season trophy-wise. It is, but bro, we've relegated. Bro, I don't want to see my club playing Norwich next season. I don't want to be playing Millwall. I don't want to be playing Huddersfield. No. We're not, no. Relegation is not an option. It's not. Here to there says, wow, Ange really popped off like that. Yeah, bruv, he's a madman. You can't pop up. If he was doing well and he was getting the grief that he was getting, say we're in the top 4 and we're giving him grief, he has every right to throw back. And first of all, if we were in the top 4, I'm not giving the brother grief. I'm showing him love and respect. But nah, not at 17. I'm just saying get the job done and the heat cools down. And out is in the mud says, talk about the injuries. Bro, we had injuries, but even though we had these injuries, it's still not an excuse, bro. 17, Tottenham should not be losing 17 games. Can you just agree with that? I'm not saying that the injuries didn't have a part to play. I'm not saying we should have won the league. I'm not saying that we should have been in the top 6, but we shouldn't be losing 17 games. A club like Tottenham, 10 to 12 games max is the amount of defeats that we should have lost this season. That's it. And can Ange turn it around? Yes, he can. Yes, Sean is saying, I refer you to the answer above. Had the players been available, know where the league plays out the way it has this season. Sean, I agree, kind of. And it's not a negative comment. I just feel like in Ange Ball, and just hear me before you shut me down. I just feel that with Ange Ball, you get the odd great performance, i.e. pick Plymouth, i.e. when we beat Liverpool, i.e. when we slapped up United every time we played them, i.e. even when we lost to Newcastle at St. James's Park. You get the odd good performance, but more time than not, you lose. So I need to see it for myself that with a full squad, we will actually be a good team. And I can't lie, we started off the season well, and then we died last year. Let's be honest. And that form really carried into the rest of this season. Now, for me, if you're going with this narrative of the injuries, then next season, if Ange is still in charge, he has to manage the injuries better. That's all I'm saying. Because right now, he had the same injuries last season. He's had it this year. And dare I say, he's probably going to have it next season. I'm not taking another season of we're down in the bottom half of the table and guess what? It's injuries again. Like, I'm not having it. We've seen it 2 seasons. Sort out your backroom staff. Sort out the medical team. Sort out what you got to do with the squad. But 3 seasons of injuries? Nah, I'm not having that. No. Deji's your squad strong enough to go all the way like Craig David in Europa? Why not? It's Bodø, Athletic Bilbao, and Manchester Piccadilly. Hardly great teams, in my opinion. No disrespect, but Piccadilly, you know, they're shaking their bum for beating a 10-man Leon team that got robbed with the red card. They're a shameless bunch of fans. He told you he always wins in his second season. How about just trusting the man and believing him? Bro, if he wins in his second season, I've got no reason to doubt him. However, and outer, the worrying thing is, and hear me for this, and you're probably going to shoot me down for this, he always wins in his second season, right? So what does he do in his third? That's not a negative. That's not a positive. I just want to know, does anybody know what he does in his third season? I just want to know that. And big up to that. But big up to everyone that's locked in, locked on. Make sure you smash a like. I am jumping on in the next 2 minutes with Northside to have a conversation in the location. The link is in the chat. Let me put the link now in the chat for the next show, and I will see you over there. Thank you and good night. Well, good day.